You give me 10 minutes and I'm gonna show you how to delete stubborn belly fat without even stepping into the gym. Most people are still doing crunches and cutting calories, but the 6 hacks I'm gonna show you in this video use science to outsmart your own metabolism, and each one melts fat on your body. Bro, by the end, you're gonna know exactly how to make your body melt fat automatically. First, reset how your body burns fat. The worst mistake that keeps fat around your belly, it's not skipping crunches or skipping your cardio. This mistake is a hormone. This mistake also keeps the fat being generated on your body 24/7. And the worst part, even healthy snacks can trigger it. It's called insulin. When you eat food, especially sugar or bread, it turns into glucose, like these tiny sugar cubes in your blood. Think of your blood like a highway for these sugar cubes. Your body doesn't want those sugar cubes running down your highway forever. That would cause a huge traffic jam, also known as high blood sugar. So your pancreas sends out insulin. Think of it like a traffic cop. When your insulin is high, your body physically can't burn stored body fat. So here's the hack.
I'm testing apple cider vinegar and pizza to see if it'll help reduce a blood sugar spike. Previously, I tested pizza by itself and pizza with a salad beforehand.
Before your highest carb meal of the day, you'll take 1 tablespoon inside of 8 ounces of water and drink that.
All right, it's been a few hours. Let's have a look at the previous results first. This is the pizza by itself.
You can see that high sugar spike. You can see that huge spike in his blood.
Now let's look at today's results with the apple cider vinegar. You can see here there's a big difference.
Now look at the difference, right? Look at the blood sugar spike after he drank that apple cider vinegar. It's almost a 41% less spike in blood sugar. This is important because once insulin floods your body, it's gonna redirect the sugar cubes into 3 different storages in your body. Building 1, it'll send it to your muscle for instant energy. Building 2, it'll send it to your liver for backup fuel. Or building 3, it'll send it to your fat storage if the first 2 are already full. And once the insulin opens the fat warehouse storage, it basically sends a signal to the rest of the sugar cubes inside your blood and says, hey, come store over here. In other words, when your insulin is high in your body, it's busy storing the sugar as fat instead of burning it. But because apple cider vinegar contains acidic acid, this slows the breakdown of carbs and improves insulin sensitivity. So before you even think of hitting a crunch, just controlling your insulin will give you a head start. But now, we actually have to fix your ab workouts because most people get it wrong. Tip 2, you're doing your crunches incorrectly. Most people will do crunches to get rid of belly fat, but the reason you're not getting a 6-pack, it's because you're ignoring the one muscle that actually makes your stomach flat and defined. And it's not your abs. It is called your transverse abdominis. It is a deep core muscle that acts like a corset and literally pulls your stomach flat. And when you're doing your crunches incorrectly, which 90% of people do, you completely skip working this muscle. So first, you're gonna bring your feet in close to your body. If your feet are too far from your hips or your butt, you're gonna cause a lot of lower back stress. Second, you need to stop yanking on your neck. Keep your hands off your head if you have to, put them across your chest or lightly behind your ears. And third, this one's key. When you crunch, I want you to breathe out hard and pull in your stomach while you're lifting. But if you really want to target that muscle, I want you to also add more planks and hollow holds to your ab routine. Once you train it, your belly will start tightening from the inside out. And as you're losing fat, the definition will be inevitable. Tip number 3, the 20-gram creatine hack. I took 20 grams of creatine every day for 30 days so you don't have to. And I used Thorne's creatine. It's NSF certified for sport and it's trusted by all doctors and pros. I wanted to use the best one in the market. Now, you're only supposed to take 5 grams of creatine a day at a time, but I broke mine into 4 doses throughout the day for a fast saturation phase. Here's what happened. Day 1, first dose of 20 grams, nothing happened. And that's okay. I was committed to maxing out muscle saturation as fast as possible because creatine is not just for size. It also will level up your recovery, your focus, and your strength. By day 7, I was up around 5 pounds and it wasn't fat. It was just fuller muscles. The creatine was pulling water retention into my muscles. That's the saturation that gives you that 3D look. My bench press, it also went up like 25 pounds. I felt stronger than ever in the gym. By day 14, both my energy and my focus, it was locked in. I wasn't dragging through my workouts or tasks. Around this time is when you really start feeling the effects of creatine on your brain. New studies prove that creatine improves your working memory, your reaction time, and even your focus under pressure. At that point is when I dropped from 20 grams to around 7 grams a day. Why? Because your loading phase shouldn't be longer than around 10 to 14 days. After that, you just want to maintain. I like to take 7 grams because it's based on my body weight. I weigh a little bit over 200 pounds, so there's actually a chart which I'm going to place on screen right here. You can take a screenshot, look at your weight. That's around how much you should be taking. By day 30, bro, I felt superhuman. My recovery was instant. My strength, it was maxed out. And at this point, I can't go back to training without creatine. Bro, whether you're an athlete, a student, a runner, a lifter, a parent, this is the one supplement that supports strength, recovery, and focus. And it's also the most affordable one you can ever buy. And the one that I use, which is from Thor, creatine mixes smoothly in a water or smoothie, unlike cheap creatine that clumps up and it's all sandy. It's also insanely affordable. At only $43, you get 90 servings. So for $43, you get a 3-month supply. That's less than $15 a month. You cannot get higher grade creatine at this price anywhere else that's NSF certified. If you want to fuel your body with the best without having to spend a lot of money, you have to go to Thorne. I'm going to have it linked down below with a discount that's going to make it an even bigger steal. Tip number 4, fill your stomach to get lean. This is 3,500 calories of M&Ms, the same amount of 1 pound of body fat. Let's say that during a week, during 7 days, between snacks, drinks, and extras, you eat an extra 500 calories a day more than what you burn. That doesn't sound like a lot, but over 7 days, it totals to 3,500 calories, which means in 1 week, you just gained a pound of fat. So, how do you cut fat? Well, most people will do the extreme of cutting meals or trying to cut calories in a day or even fasting an entire weekend. But that's not realistic. You might do it once, but you won't be consistent. Here's your better move. Eat at least 1 pound of vegetables a day. Why? Because your stomach can only hold so much. So, if you fill it with this every day, you'll naturally have less room to fill it with this. This is called volume eating. For example, for this many cookies, you can have this entire tray of strawberries with sugar-free chocolate. Or for this much soda, you can have all of this sparkling water with lemon. And for this bag of sour gummy worms, you can have an entire bowl of frozen grapes with lemon juice. All of this has 3,000 calories and you can finish it watching one single show. All of this has 300 calories and you'll never finish this and you'll be satisfied. Tip 5, build muscle versus burning fat. If your body looks like this, should you cut or bulk? Well, let me explain it to you in a simple way. This is 200 calories of chicken thighs, or 25 grams of protein. This is 200 calories of chicken breast, or 41 grams of protein. This is 200 calories of bacon, or 14 grams of protein. This is 200 calories of bacon medallions, or 37 grams of protein. This is 200 calories of whole eggs, or 19 grams of protein. It's 200 calories of just egg whites, or 45 grams of protein. It's the same calories, but almost all of them are 3 times the amount of protein. Now, why does this matter for your initial question? Should you cut or bulk if your body looks like this? Well, protein takes more energy to digest, keeping you fuller for longer. It also signals to your body to hold on to any muscle you have while you're burning fat, achieving what we call a body recomposition, which is if your body looks like this, you need to both build muscle and burn fat at the same time. All right, bro, at this point, I've kept my promise to you. I am burning fat in every part of your body and you haven't even stepped into the gym. Shoot, you haven't even adopted a diet. You're going to live your life just like you did, made a few changes and you're burning fat and getting shredded. But I left the most powerful tip for last. Number 6, cutting calories is making you fatter. Because here's what happens when you go on a crazy diet for 30 days. Day 1 to 3, your body will begin to burn stored sugar, which is glycogen. Glycogen is stored with water, so when it's gone, you're gonna pee out a lot of water and the weight on the scale will begin to drop fast. You're gonna think, oh my God, it's working, but it's not. It's a lot of water weight. It's not actual fat loss. By week 1, your body enters survival mode and realizes that food is scarce. So it begins to lower your metabolism, like turning down the temperature in your house to save energy. So now your body is burning less calories than you did before you started your diet. By week 2, your muscles begin to break down. When your calories are too low, your body will begin to protect your fat and will begin to consume your muscle for energy. And the more muscle you lose, the slower the metabolism, because muscle burns calories even while you're resting, and you're getting rid of it. By week 3, your stubborn belly fat, it locks in because fat-storing enzymes in your body begin to rise. It thinks your body's in a famine. Your thyroid hormone, which is like your fat-burning switch, it turns off, and your body will cling to fat, especially belly fat, harder. After 1 month, you've achieved the skinny fat look. You lost all your muscle, but still kept your fat. You look smaller, but you're also softer. And your strength, it's gone. And the worst part is that if you stop the diet and start eating a little bit more, your metabolism is still slow. So your weight is gonna shoot up instantly.